another video here. We're going to go over some sealed product, and then we're also going to go over some amazing cards that are doing really well in the market. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and start with Crown Zenith here. I do have some open tabs of some sealed product, and we're going to start with the Sea and Sky Premium Collection that you can find at your local Sam's Club. You are definitely getting your great bang for your buck for this collection here. Um, right now, I think they're still selling them. A friend of mine um, showed me his Sam's Club's app, and he was saying that every membership holder can get up to 20 of these boxes, which is amazing. So right now, the market for these are more or less about $100 to $114 for the amount of packs you're getting. That's pretty good. That's really good. So here is everything that you're getting here. So everything that you're looking into, it has increased a little bit, but I would definitely, check your local stores, go online, try to see if you can get this because it's a really good box. A lot of good hits are coming out of it. The other thing too is the ETB. So the ETB, more or less, an ETB will run you about maybe $59.99 MSRP. 118 is not that bad. You're definitely getting, once again, some good cards. If you get a hit or two or one of the higher end cards, definitely is worth opening it. Or you can just hold. Honestly, I do see this ETB going up to at least 150, 180 at the end of the year. But yeah, definitely two good sealed products that you can invest in. The other one is the Crown Zenith booster bundle. Now, this booster bundle, I've seen it here and there at local Targets, so you can definitely check your local Targets whenever you can. I know that right now, Target, Walmart is really hit or miss depending on what you're trying to look for, especially with the whole prismatic thing. So I would just say just be patient. If you do find this, it's a good way to open packs because it's the cheaper version of the other two, but you can definitely continue mastering your set, or if you just like opening Crown Zenith because it's really fun to open. It's one of the most, I would say, in my opinion, one of the easiest sets to open just because of how great it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with some cards here from this set specifically. And Giratina V-Star is the most expensive card in the entire set. And right now, you're looking at a card that more or less is going about maybe 200 to 10 when it comes down to how expensive it is. I do see it going up in value depending on depending on how many people are opening the set. If a lot of people are opening the set, that means that, if they're hitting this card, it's more likely to go on the market. If people are holding onto it, then you're more than likely to just find a few copies, and it could bring the prices a little bit higher than what they're at now. I do see this card going about maybe 230, 250 eventually. I don't see it going up to 3 this year. It might be going up to 3 in a few years from now. It is a great card. Currently, I believe it's still available for rotation in the TCG, but I think it's going to get out of rotation. A lot of these Sword and Shield cards are getting out of rotation, and if not this month, next month, I'm not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a card that's going to get out of rotation, but regardless, it's a really nice card. Next one, you have RCS V-Star. It's a secret rare from the Galarian Gallery. Same set. This one's a little bit more obtainable when it comes down to pricing, because you can find a copy for maybe $100. 108, 105. This is lightly played. This is near mint. So yeah, you can definitely find a decent price if you don't mind. I mean, if it's gonna end up in a binder. I feel like you can definitely go with something that's near mint or lightly played. But if you're gonna grade it, and yeah, you want something that's mint, definitely mint. But we'll go to the next one. We have the Mewtwo V-Star Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery, and this card is awesome. I absolutely love that they have this version and then they have the Charizard version. Um, Such a amazing illustration. Within the last year, though, this card went from being $45 to 127. Yeah, it's staying there, and I feel like it's the only thing it's gonna do. It's gonna continue to grow because it's just such a cool card. If you're really looking to obtain something like this and you don't want to spend a lot of money, try looking for the Japanese version. The Japanese version can run you anywhere between $50 to $60 depending on which one you're going with. This is the Japanese one. It's just as cool. You know, nothing really changes. If anything, you get better texture and different what do you call it, film that they put on the card. So you're definitely saving yourself money if you're just doing it for the illustration. You don't really care about the print on there. Here's another card that's definitely going up in value, which is the Origin Form Dialga V-Star from the Crown Senate Galarian Gallery. This one started off, I think, yeah, I think this might be the lowest one from all the cards. This started at $33, and now you're looking at 84. It did go down a little bit just because I'm 100% sure that people were starting to flood the market, but you can find this at $65, $70 near mint, lightly played. You don't have to go through the ridiculous price. I don't know why would someone pay 118 for this. There might be a little bit of market manipulation, but at the end of the day, I think this is really good price for the card. I don't see it going higher than the other ones, but that can definitely change. Anything at this moment is very unstable when it comes down to pricing. The other one is the Origin Form Palkia for the V Start. Um, this one started at roughly $38 at the beginning of a year ago, so March of 2024, and it's now going for 83. Another card that might dip a little bit in price. So if you do see a dip, I would suggest if you can go ahead and purchase, because you will see these go up again once Crown Zenith is no longer printed. If you don't care about how the car is, you can do the Japanese version as well. Just looks just as great. If it's going in a binder or if you think you're going to put it in a slab, yeah, do Japanese or English. You definitely won't. Um, you definitely are not missing out. All right. The other one is Leafeon V-Star. Now, I really like this card. I don't know if it's just the Hope Prismatic craze that's increasing the value of this card. Because this one shot up really quickly. Because this was $18 back in March of last year. It went up to the highest point, which was about maybe 43, roughly about 2024 again, and then it really dipped down to about maybe $20-25 card. And I'm assuming this is the prismatic craze here, and now it's going back down. So I don't know how stable this price is here. It could be that they go down again. It will decrease in price, and you can probably catch something at maybe 30, 35, something cheaper than 54. So you can probably hold off on a card like this and then just put it like in your list of like wants and see if you can go ahead and get something like this in the future. I don't see this going up a little bit higher than the new prismatic cards. I don't see this going anywhere near from what the uh, what is it, the Evolving Skies cards either. So this is definitely a card you should be looking into um, to hold, but just holding on purchasing, not holding on now. I think this might be the best time to sell, if anything, because if this goes any lower, you're gonna lose out on potential money. The other one is Glaceon V-Star, which I really like. I might have to get one for myself. But it's the same thing. This was a $15, $17 card. Went up during um, midsummer of 2024. And then it just became a $20, $25 card. So it wasn't crazy from what it originally started. And now, because of the craze, it went for 47 and it dipped down all the way to 41. Another card that might get another dip. If it does, you can definitely go on there and try to gather either some stock of it, hold it for the future, and see if it goes up anywhere. The good thing is that these cards are not super expensive compared to the prismatic ones, so you're not really losing out. You're just getting a really nice Glaceon V Star that no longer would be in rotation for the TCG. We have the Deoxys VMAX from the Galarian Gallery. This is another nice card. This card definitely shot up in value within the last few months. Another card that was $10 last year, and now we have about 40. It did drop from 44, which was the highest. It is selling, which is good. It's selling very well at $40, $46. So you are getting a card that's fairly popular. If you do have it and you want to sell, I think this might be the best time to sell it as well. I don't see it going up anytime soon. A lot of people are still buying those Sea and Sky sealed product, opening them up, and then trying to find that this specific card. So definitely try to see if you can either sell or if you want to hold on. This might be a good card to hold for the future. But if you're not in love with it, I always say, and you can make some money back from it, go ahead and try to sell it. All right, the next one is Suicune V, which is another really nice card. Crown Zenith has amazing cards in the Galarian Gallery. This was $15 last year. Now it's at 40. Once again, a card that did dip a little bit, but it did go up. We saw that dip about a week ago. 84 items were sold around that price range, and now you have this at 40, meaning either whoever is trying to purchase these are either flipping them for a little bit more money. This is a cool Chinese one. Didn't even see this. Oh, that's really nice. Good texture. $23. Not bad. But anyways, yeah, you're getting a really nice card for a decent amount of price. $46 for a Galarian Gallery is gold compared to the more expensive, um, like the Giratina Origin Form Palkia, Dialga, and the other one. But yeah, next one is Darkrai V-Star, once again from the Galarian Gallery. You're looking at about $36, $40. One just sold today for 22, which is really good. This is one of the lower end cards from the top 10 most expensive from the Galarian Gallery. We have a few that I picked out for you guys that I think are good investments. For this will be the last one from the Galarian Gallery that I think is a good card to hold if you're not crazy about selling it. I would definitely hold it. I would definitely keep it. Try to see if you can grade it. Try to get a 10, PSA 10 or tag, whatever you do with regarding slabs. But this is a card, and I will say this in the nicest way. This is a card that I don't think should be that high. Illustration is cool. I mean, card itself, Darkrai is a cool Pokemon, cool mythical legend. I just don't think it's worth paying that much. And I feel like there are other Galarian Gallery cards, unless you're doing a master set, that you can definitely pick up instead at close to whatever this amount is. So it's $36. Like I said, I picked out 4 cards for you guys. One of them being this one, the Zacian V. This card went from being about maybe $10 to 16. I prefer this one over the Darkrai, and I think this one will definitely be going up in value. It's definitely had its ups and downs, but at this very moment, as we stop seeing less and less of Crown Zenith, you're going to see an increase in price for this one. You also have the Zeraora V-Star, which is amazing. This is another card that did really well as of late. 15, 19, $15. This is a good investment card because I will see from 7 to about maybe 15. You're looking at a card that potentially can go up to maybe $30, $40 in the future. The other two are Luminian V, just a gorgeous card. I think it's just really pretty card. It's definitely worth every penny. These are one of the few cards where they're cute, and you're gonna see a huge increase on cute cards. Because people are gonna try to do like theme binders. People are gonna try to do cute binders, and this is one of the cards that people are gonna be gravitating to because of the illustration, and it's relatively affordable, $13. I think it's been selling pretty well. Yeah, look at all the sales from today, from yesterday. 13 bucks, 15 here. It was selling 2 days ago as well, back in Friday, for about the same. Someone got it for $11. Let's see if we can go a little bit further. $12, 13. Someone paid $29 for both, for two of them. So yeah, you are definitely getting a good card. You're getting good illustration. PSA 10 is pretty decent on it too. I think it's like $60, $70. It's a card that can definitely increase really rapidly and hold just because of how good it is. The other one is the Samacenta V, and I think this is a very underrated card, very underrated illustration. And as you can see, this was also a $7 card last year, and now it's 15. This is another one where I feel like it's going to increase a lot to maybe those 20, 30s. And if you have multiple of these, you can definitely offload some and make some money back. Definitely see this one being about maybe 35, 40 at the end of the year. But Samacenta V, amazing illustration here. Luminian, Zeraora V, and the Sacian V. So these are the Crown Zenith that I wanted to show you guys. The next one here is Scarlet and Violet 151. We don't have to go through 151 sealed. A lot of it is expensive, and I don't want to just bore you guys with how expensive those things are. If you have 151 sealed, you can definitely look into that. But we can look into, how great Charizard is doing. Because my buddy and I picked up Charizard maybe in October when it was around 190, and now you're looking at a card that's almost $300, and that's insane. This is the card for this. This is a chase, I guess, for this set. If you're a Charizard fan, this is definitely a card you want in your collection. It's a gorgeous card. Is it my favorite from the three? No, I think Venusaur one deserves a little bit more love, but Charizard is still a great card. It's still a great set. A lot of these cards are holding their value. You have Blastoise here with, I say, very underrated. Prices are decent on here. If you can get this for $7, $78 like this person did right here, that's a really good price for this card. $87, $90. If other people are getting it for a good price, if you just hold off and be patient, you can probably do the same. You don't have to really fork over a lot of money for this card, and I feel like this one's more common to pull compared to the other ones. I do see it more than the Charizard or the Venusaur. Now the Venusaur though, I think this one was $40 when my friend and I pulled it. I want to say back in October, yeah, about 40, like right here, $40, $50. And now you're looking at a car that's 80. And I do see this one overtaking the Blastoise. Just because illustration on it is gorgeous. If you see it in person, you see how well it shines, the texture, everything is amazing. If you can find this at this price right now, I would definitely try to see if you can get your hands on it. Um, Anywhere between $70 to $80 is great. $85, you're pushing it a little bit. This is good. This is way too expensive right now. That should not be there. That might be another market manipulation. This person bought two at 87.16. So yeah, you're definitely looking into a set, I'm sorry, that's holding on into value. You got a Zapdos back here. This one again was doing really well. Anywhere between $60 to $70 you're looking for this card. And 151 is king. 151 is not dropping when it comes down to prices. Even with the reprints, I feel a lot of these cards are not dropping in prices. It's really rare when you see a ultra rare be this expensive. I think the other expensive ultra rare are the the ultra rare Pikachu from Surging Sparks. But $60 for a Charizard EX is insane. Like, absolutely insane. But it's Charizard, one of the most popular, if not the most popular Pokemon on here. There are a few cards that have increased a lot in value, like this Machoke. This Machoke was about $4 or $5 a few months ago, and yeah, so $4 or $5, and now it's at 13. Really fun illustration, really cool illustration. A card that you might see go up to maybe 20, 30 in the future. A card that I feel like will drop. There are a few that I feel like will drop. This Mr. Mime one, I don't think it's gonna stay at its price. It's already dropped a few times. But there was one that I really wanted to show you guys, and that was the Psyduck illustration. Oh no, what's going on? Should be the Psyduck illustration. Is it on here? It should be on here, unless I passed it. Oh, here it is. Psyduck illustration. This card, definitely amazing. Really good in person. Look at how crazy that is. It goes up in value, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, shoots up for a very long time. Now in December here, it just shoots up. Does come down a little bit, then shoots up again. Comes down a little bit, and then shoots up, and now it's going downward. But this card definitely will see $40 in the future, maybe 40 by summer. So if you have a few of these, hold on to them. It's a good hold. You might see a very, very good positive buyback for that one. People are definitely going to be looking for it. Okay, so that is 151 just in a nutshell. A lot of the cards that have been expensive are still expensive, and it's holding down. We have Paradox Rift here. Paradox Rift is another really solid one. One card that I really wanted to show you guys is this Iron Moth that I picked out. This Iron Moth has increased in price out of nowhere. $5. All of a sudden it's $26. That's crazy. And it's selling. I mean, this one sold for 21 today, but 26, 27. Some of them sold for 35. And then some of these were holding for $8, $11, and then once again they go back up to 27. I don't know if these might be one-off situations, but really good card, really amazing illustration. Definitely a card I would go ahead and pick out and try to flip as fast as possible. I don't think it would hold, honestly, but Paradox Rift has increased a lot of its value, just with how crazy everything is right now. Paradox Rift is definitely one of those cards that you're going to see not only, for singles, but also for product. This is a card that was $20 back in October, and now it's 35. You're going to see a big increase, and then it's going to dip again. So if you are trying to flip cards, Paradox Rift is a really good set that you can flip. A lot of these cards are pretty playable in the TCG. You have these Iron Hands EX card that is extremely popular in some of the TCG. But yeah, $23, $19, $18. This is a card that's hold its value for sure. And then all of a sudden it dipped. And I don't know if it's just the reprints or what the actual production of it is, but you're basically looking for this here. This is the best time to purchase, and then a few months from now that's going to look the opposite. So you're going to go from $18 to maybe 30, 40 again. And that's exactly what you want. This is another one that I wanted to show you, which was the MacB. Q Pokemon. Trust me when I say Q Pokemon are going to be expensive. Look at that. This is December of last year. This is now. It's not normal. People are really looking into Q Pokemon. People are looking into just making theme binders. This one kind of fell off, but same thing. It was very cheap. All of a sudden, $22, $23, gonna go down. They're not stable because not everybody's looking for Q Pokemon. But if you have some, you're definitely gonna see an increase. These two cards were not this. They were like $6, $7. $6, $7. And now it's $25, $26 for each. So I mean, you're gonna pay about maybe $54 for both cards. You're not doing that. Brewbotnet though. This specific illustration artist has just exploded. The Drowsy, it exploded with the Baxcalibur, all those cards that he created. They're just up in value, and I feel like this card is just going to continue to grow, maybe $30 by summertime. But yeah, you guys get the gist of it. Paradox Rift is a really good set if you're looking to flip. You definitely want to get into flipping or just going through cards itself. I think that's one of the better ones that you might look into. Let's go ahead and see some temporal forces. Bear with me here. I'll pull it up. Temporal hasn't really changed from last week. We're looking at the just cards for now. I believe this is still the only Pokemon Center item that you can purchase when it comes down to trading card games. Let's see. It might be the only thing. Yeah, 161. I mean, you got Astro Radiance and all this stuff here, but if you're looking for a booster box, I think this is it. 161. And their illustration rares, Ghastly continues to increase. Hasn't really slowed down a little bit. It was about maybe $50 last week. It's around the same price. It's not changed at all. Um, Definitely a card that I love. I have one copy of it. I had two, but I had to trade it to get more of the illustration rares from the set, and I'm not even mad. A card that did surprise me though recently is a Saucebuck. Is just creeping up in value, so is the Deerling, but this one specifically, I don't know why, but it's at $35, which is crazy. The Deerling is not far behind it, roughly about $23 there. The one that just continues to flop a little bit, and I don't know if it's just the Pokemon itself, or just the card. The card in person is really nice. I think it's just compared to everything else that's on there, it's these Iron Boulder EX. If you're looking for a solid illustration rare, this is a solid illustration rare that you can definitely pick up. I mean, I got it for $14 back in September, October of last year. Hasn't really increased. 25 bucks, 20 plus tax, or sometimes if you get free shipping for one of these, you can definitely, you know, get away with a really good illustration rare at a very solid price. And it's crazy that regular illustration rares are beating the special illustration rare. You have a Lickitung, Deerling, even this ultra rare Gengar. You have Bianca's Devotion. You have all these different cards here that can definitely beat this in price, but I feel like this should be more expensive, and it's just not, and it hasn't been, compared to the other ones that are up here. All right, and let's go into Twilight. Masquerade, I promise we'll go into prismatics eventually. I feel like we have to give it a little bit more time for it to settle. It's still really hot, but Twilight Masquerade here, prices just continue to skyrocket. This kind of flopped a little, not flopped, this kind of went down a little bit. As of recent, it was the highest at 104. It's going down to 84, 87.40. Might settle at about maybe $70. You don't really know with any EV cars, just because of, once again, prismatic. I did see a huge increase in Perrin. I saw a huge increase in the Growlithe that is connected to Perrin. Once again, Q cards are very, very, very sought after at this moment. Carmine, another card that I own, definitely increased as of late, and it's at 84.20. So you have a lot of cards that are just in general cute. People really like them, they really dig them, and they're looking into getting. The ones that surprise me that are not doing really well are the Teal Mask Overpon, the Cornerstone, Wellspring, and then you have the Heartflame card down here. And these cards are amazing in person. This was, I think, at the highest about maybe 30-40 bucks. When I pulled it, it was about 30. Yeah, I think 30. Like, I pulled it around here. It's an amazing card. Cornerstone, highest it's ever gone. And these are illustration rares, special illustration rares that you can pick up for 20 bucks. They're all great. They all do something in the TCG. I think Teal Mask is very, very popular in TCG, so you can definitely pick that up for your deck. It's cheap. The the hyper rare one is cheap too, 14 bucks. Definitely pick it up. But back to what we were looking at, and the Hysan Growlithe Q card wasn't doing really well at all, actually. It was about maybe $8, $12, and 25 $25 for this card. So I'm not mad. It's a great card, and it does have that combo illustration with the parent. So it's definitely worth it. At this point, if you're trying to get them, I would say pick them up as fast as you can, because cue cards are definitely going to be up there when it comes down to pricing. And now we go into Surging Sparks. I wanted to show you guys the Skarmory. It finally did a little bit of a dip. Let's do 6 months here. Sorry, 3 months. Started about maybe $10, $12, and now it went back down to 18. But the highest it went was roughly about 20, which for an illustration rare, that's really solid. Skarmory is a great Pokemon, great illustration, and for it to go that high, I think that's great. I think it will increase eventually. We have this Slack Cloth here, who was $4. Now you're looking at $15. Another one that you can pick up. It's a little derpy illustration, really cool. Feebas as well. You have it at 16. It's definitely going up there. $13, $14, $15. I think you can get a better price on this one and just hold. This turning into the Milotic illustration and having that whole thing together, definitely we'll see an increase in that. And another card you should be holding is this Feel. I got it at about maybe $4 or $5. I pulled it out of a pack, and I'm happy where it's at. I think it's gonna increase a little bit more, and maybe just settle at maybe $14, $15 card. If you have multiple of these, you can definitely trade up to something in the set, and definitely something that's holding on into value. A lot of these cards are really good. Surging Sparks is a really good set. In my opinion, I prefer it over Prismatic. I think there's more chase cards, better illustrations, and it's just fun to open, honestly. And they're still pretty obtainable. You can definitely get $4 or $5 illustrations. This one's not even a cute illustration. It's a Titan, and you're about $3.99 right now. It's not bad. So really look into these cards. Really look into the market. If you're doing master sets, I highly suggest, pick up your commons and uncommons and reverses now, and then try to pick up 1 or 2 illustrations. If you can afford it, pick up a special illustration. Take your time with it. A lot of these prices have increased just because there's less stock of things, but you don't have to go crazy, and you don't have to go into debt to purchase Pokemon cards. You really don't have to do that. All these cards that I just mentioned can be pulled from a pack if you get lucky, but on top of that, they're going to be there. They're not going anywhere. Pokemon's not going anywhere. It might be that the prices might increase a little bit. Cards like this that are a chase card, these cards are definitely going to always be expensive. And whenever you do have the money for it, you can just hold on and see where the dip is and just purchase it from there. It did dip a lot recently, from 488 to 457, which is crazy. And then it went down to 452, 460, and now it's sold down again at 460. So, people who have hold on to Pikachu, the Latias, the Milotic, you're looking at cards that are definitely going to be expensive. You're looking at cards that are definitely going to increase in value over time. But, we saw this with Twilight Masquerade. Cards were holding on into maybe $100, $112. They went down to about maybe $60 to $80, and then they just maintained its course at about $67, $60 or $70, and that's okay. Like, You don't need an expensive card to enjoy the hobby. You can definitely pick something out. If you're looking at singles, like I said, you can do theme decks. If you're looking at collecting the whole thing, start off with the cheaper stuff first and then work yourself up a little bit with the most expensive stuff, because you're trying to not only master a full set, but you're also not trying to get into debt picking up Pokemon cards. But anyways, this has been a fun video for me to go over stuff with you guys. I'm trying to do these on a weekly basis. If you have any comments or any questions, feel free to put it below, and I will try my best to answer everything for you guys. I do appreciate everything, and have a good rest of your day. Cheers.